Hello. How's it going? Um, I'm back. I'm playing the same game I was last time. Agatha Christie, the ABC murders. And, I don't know. I'm going to be trying to solve those murders today. Who knows if I will be able to successfully. I did look it up online, and supposedly the game has a playtime of like 7 hours. But then it's like 9.5 hours to 100% the game, so I don't really know what's going on. But it seemed like to me I was getting pretty close to the end of the game by the end of the previous stream. And but look, this only says 40% progress, so who knows? Let's just keep playing. I mean, it might be the case that the like recreations or whatever are not actually, there's not only 3 of them, or there might be more. I can see that being the case. In which case we would definitely have more to do.
1935. ABC affair, no progress. The alphabet murderer is still on the run. Ever since the police found the connection between the Bexhill and Andover affairs, the inquiry has barely progressed.
Wow.
In this issue, we are publishing provocative letters sent by the killer to Hercule Poirot. Unfortunately, they have not yet helped to find him.
Okay. Just giving way to a copycat.
July the 26th, 1935. The Bexhill horror. Young maid strangled on the beach. Killer struck at midnight.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that there's more than 3 murders, to be honest. That would be more interesting.
Hello, chap. We received a new letter from ABC in the 10 o'clock post.
Where and when?
In Cheston. Today.
Today? I'll inform the population immediately.
I'll check the train times. Call me back.
Oh man. Time to go to Churston, I guess. Let's go look in the mirror real quick. Always gotta do the daily checkup.
Hastings, what you are doing is an absolute disaster. That is no way to pack suitcases.
Well, I mean, he's trying to be quick about it.
Heavens, we must hurry. We have to get to Churston before the murder.
Hastings' order and method are always necessary, regardless of the circumstances.
Okay. I'll let you pack them.
Well, I don't want to pack them. I want you to pack them. I just want you to do it
All
well.
the same, it really is a disgrace to leave your belongings in such a mess.
Unprotected bottles. Whatever this is. Badly closed toothpaste. Badly folded pajamas. A bath towel. And a sock.
Voila.
Just
It only
horrid.
took a minute.
I mean, the bottles are still unprotected, but
Poirot,
that's fine.
You were right.
About what?
I've just consulted the ABC guide. There's no hurry. The next train doesn't leave till 11:45.
You see, there is no need to hurry. We will not be in Churston until tomorrow morning. After the murder.
But why has the murderer warned us so late? It's not what he usually does. Did he do it on purpose?
Maybe he's getting worried we were going to
Very
catch him.
good question, Hastings. We should also compare the letter we have just received with the other 2. Although I have very little doubt about what we will find.
Maybe it's a copycat. Okay, taking the long way around.
It is not a good.
What do you mean it's not a good time? I'm trying to compare him with the other freaking letters, dog.
Ah, It is not.
What? You're annoying me. Where are the other letters then?
We've
Churston.
missed the 6:45 train, but we have plenty of time to catch the night train.
That's insane that there's a, what, 4:45, almost 5 hour difference between the two train times?
Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag.
It's just real photos.
Hastings, it would appear that you are getting slightly thin on top.
Really?
What?
I hadn't noticed.
Is that good or bad?
In his haste, Hastings tore the envelope. Poor Mr. Poirot. Not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps? Let us
It does look
see
like
if
it's
you
the
can
same
do any
letter.
better this time.
The
This
I, the
time
A,
it
and the
is an
W are
easy
still
one.
messed up.
Cheston on the 30s. Do try and do something about it. It is a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC.
What is this? Not known at White Horse Mansions and White House Court. Try White Haven Mansions. Hercule Poirot, White Horse Mansions, London. The address written on the envelope is wrong. Interesting.
I lock my revolver in this drawer. I've not used it in a very long time.
But you have used it before. Oh. Clicked outside the game window. I don't know how I did that. So how do I compare it to the other letters? Okay.
Right.
All right,
Let us
now it's the
compare this
time, I
new letter
suppose.
with the second one. Let us examine this more closely.
Sure.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
That, yeah. I mean, they
Yes,
do.
This I. Yes, the I. I have to find some.
I mean, I already know the
If
defects.
the- Of
Yeah,
course,
we've gone over
the
them
two new
already.
characters in the two I have to find
Oh
some
my
other
god,
similar
bro.
defects. Yes, the. That's right. The egg.
But what
My
about some
theory was
differences?
right.
Okay.
Let us now try and.
Wow, that's a really good theory. White Horse Whiskey. Ah, I see. Why does the murderer warn us so late? Piece of envelope with wrong address. Nope. Letter C was sent at the right date. But then it was the wrong address. That does make sense.
The letter should have arrived in time. The postmark shows that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay.
Yeah, but it was
All
It
the
was
same, the post office took
intentional.
their time correcting the error.
Come on, Poirot. Your address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard.
It was an intentional mistake to
Poirot, the
reference the
telephone.
White Horse
Must be Jack.
whiskey. Because that's what he ordered when he killed the girl, right? I was trying to get that out smoothly, but I kind of stumbled over my words.
I have some news from Churchton. Bad news, I'm afraid. Sir Carmichael Clark was
Ooh,
murdered
okay.
while
So
out
not
on a
just
evening
women.
walk.
Sir Carmichael Clark. The name is familiar to me.
Really?
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in
A
London.
throat
Wealthy man,
specialist?
he retired
What?
to Comeside, a beautiful house by the sea.
He's a throat goat?
Collected antiques.
Are you going there?
Yes, let's meet on the train.
Alright. Dang, that is a long train ride.
The victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London.
Throat
The
specialist.
body was still warm when we found it. If we'd been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
A mistake? Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on purpose?
He did do it on purpose.
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
You go, my friends. I will come soon.
Yeah, I had to investigate the body. Come on. Alright. So we got a seagull.
This place is very calming.
We got a butthole in the ground. Rabbit hole makes more sense. Cool.
The site is exceptional. It is easy to imagine that Sir Carmichael used to enjoy stopping here every evening.
That seems reasonable. We got some of his
Jab has emptied the
possessions.
victim's pockets and has laid out their contents on this piece of wax cloth.
Okay, this looks like a ring.
A signet ring, very probably with the Clark family's coat of arms.
1587. Dang. We got keys. A key pouch.
It is pointless.
Okay. It is pointless.
An oriental dragon. It's an old piece, much older than the pocket watch on which it was fastened.
And then a wallet with money.
Nothing appears to be missing from this wallet.
My theory is correct. He was not killed for his money. Wow. Brilliant deductions, Mr. Poirot. Mrs.
The body is just in front of
Mister.
a bush. One of the only bushes in the surrounding area.
I mean, there's like 3 bushes, but yeah.
The gravel
Quite
on
the dead
path
body.
has been sprayed with blood that covers a conical-shaped area, which starts at the body and becomes wider as it moves further from the bush.
So this looks like a slash wound, which is pretty
The
unique.
gravel on the path has been sprayed with blood that covers a
Okay, yeah, I get it. Oh,
an ABC guide.
okay.
The murderer's customary signature, covered in blood this time.
Cool. What else am I supposed to look
Apart
at?
from the wound to the throat, the body is untouched. No cuts, no bruises.
And what about his
The
face?
gravel on the
His
Sir
neck?
Carmichael's throat was cut. It's a clean incision, a professional murder.
Professional murder. I still have crime scene to examine, apparently. I'm not entirely sure what. Some over here.
I'm not going to leave.
Still have some clues to find. Okay. I looked at this bush already.
The body is just the
And
vegetation behind the bush.
vegetation. Oh, okay. Let us now try to get our brain cells to work. What was Sir Carmichael's position when he was killed? What's going on back here? Okay, body's still warm. Okay. He had his back to the bush.
Sir Carmichael had his back to the bush when the killer cut his throat from behind. A fatal blow that sprayed blood over a range of more than 1 meter. Let us now try and get
Sure.
our brain cells to work.
Does Sir Carmichael see his murderer? Did he see his murderer? He had his back to the bush. Only had 1 wound. So no. No, he did not. I think that's actually the first time that the murderer wasn't seen by the victim.
Have you finished, Poirot?
Chief Inspector, many questions remain unanswered, but I am certain of one thing. The killer is a daring opportunist. He met Sir Carmichael at nightfall on this deserted path and took advantage of the situation.
Impossible. You forget the trampled grass behind the bush.
Ah, c'est vrai. It proved that he was waiting for his victim.
Quite right. He must have known Sir Carmichael's movements well to plan such an attack.
Well, minus ego.
The murderer struck with terrible savagery.
Yes, blood flowed. It's the first time he's attacked a man. He armed himself accordingly.
Have you spoken
Yeah,
to
it's
the
just a
victim's
knife,
family,
but yeah.
Chief Inspector?
I've spoken to the brother, Franklin Clark. I didn't get much out of him. He's yours. I must get the body removed.
Okay.
I had better go up to Campside.
Okay. Well, my bad. Apparently it was very carefully planned. It was not a daring opportunity. Have you seen the 50 trophies to unlock?
To be honest, this inspector seems rather obtuse. I'm counting on your friend Poirot to catch my brother's murderer.
Okay.
Ah, here he is now.
Is that the
Please, Mr.
same
Poirot.
voice actor?
Mr. Poirot, this is my brother's secretary, Miss Thora Gray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Poirot. Would you like some tea?
No thank you, mademoiselle. I find it hard to digest.
That is offensive to us Brits. I guess... Well, I don't know.
It is
Time
not
period.
the right time.
Let's investigate
There
everyone.
is something elegant about her.
She is the dragon.
She has good taste, except perhaps in her choice of jewelry.
There might be some connection there between her
Please
and
excuse
the
me,
stopwatch or
I have to
whatever.
take care of Lady Clark.
Okay.
Hastings does not like very hot tea. He's going to blow on his cup for a good while before drinking.
Good observation
It's not the
skills.
right time. It is not.
It's not the right time.
It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to question him.
Sure.
My brother's wife is gravely ill. You will probably want to question her, but I fear that it won't be possible today.
Okay. So can I question you instead?
Of course, I understand. Someone set a trap for your brother. Who was familiar with his habits?
Everybody knew he took his evening walk at 8:30, and that he always followed the same path.
Always followed the same path at the same time.
And did people of the village know Sir Carmichael's habits?
I don't know. It's possible.
What were you doing last night?
After dinner, I went to my bedroom. At 11 in the evening, the telephone rang. It was the police. I went to look for my brother.
What his favorite book is? What? What does his favorite book have to do with anything?
Was it a dark night?
It was a new moon. I took a lantern.
So it was you who found the body.
Yes, along with the gardener.
Have you seen any strangers around the house recently?
No. As far as I know, nobody has been near the house.
Wow. So the murderer must be on campus. Or on site.
Oh,
Or
Lady Clark
something.
must have fallen from her chair. I have to help Miss Grey get her up.
She fell out of her chair.
Hastings, while our host is gone, let's examine the drawing room.
But, Poirot, a gentleman shouldn't...
I am a
I
detective,
take
not
full
a gentleman.
responsibility. All you have to do is to leave the drawing room door ajar and let me know if anyone is coming.
Sure thing. Okay. That's not exactly inconspicuous, but that's fine.
A tiger.
They seem to like their oriental decorations.
A crane?
Crane.
A dragon.
A dragon. And I think this is where Thor was sitting. The turtle. Interesting.
Dragon, dragon, dragon. Sir Carmichael showed himself to be very consistent in his collection's theme.
Indeed.
It is an emperor.
A dragon.
His place at the center of the table is probably symbolic.
Probably. One could assume. Then we got a book. Oh my god, is that a face? Okay. Cool. Am I supposed to look at this more, or... Feels like I'm supposed to discover something about the book. But what? Homicide's private collection.
Homicide's
Okay.
private collection. Purchases since 1920.
Sweet.
The catalogue for Sir Carmichael Clark's collection.
Check
There
this.
are some very valuable objects here.
That's very helpful. Thanks, man. What is this?
Compass, point to the south. Bronze and
Point to the
magnetite.
south.
Han Dynasty, circa
Han Dynasty.
210 BC. Purchased in Hong Kong 1935.
210 BC. Wow.
Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum.
Not really. It's like one room.
It's locked.
I think Agatha Christie was a weeb. Maybe she was more
Sir
of a fan of
Carmichael's
China.
collection could rival that.
Okay. I can go outside. That's kind of cool. Ooh, it's a little box, or a puzzle box.
The cardinal points. This book could maybe help me.
E-
Each cardinal point is associated with
Okay.
one animal and one color. In the middle sits the imperial dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards him.
Makes sense.
Turtle, the dragon, the crane, and the tiger. I think I've already seen this motif somewhere.
I have. Am I supposed to go back and look at them, or what's the deal? Okay, so red, white, black, blue. There's that. And then they all turn toward him. I'm just gonna keep
The position
rotating.
of
There
each
we go.
motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table. I think I heard a bang. Could it be this cupboard?
They're not turned the same way as on the table.
This is
Interesting.
Interesting. These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that the crime weapon is here.
Oh, really? I mean, I see one of them is missing, so.
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael
Generalized
Clark,
terminal
MD,
cancer.
Comsite Churton, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer.
Wow.
I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required.
Quite
to
unfortunate.
reserve her moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan.
Yeah, very sick is a bit of an understatement, I suppose. In this case.
Here's Miss Gray.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Lady Clark's condition requires regular care. I believe you want to ask me a few questions.
I do. Are you a robot?
Indeed, mademoiselle. This porcelain is remarkable. Is it old?
It's about 3 centuries old, I believe. Wait, let me find the reference.
Okay. Let me observe.
She appears to be very flustered.
Is it because of the quality? Oh, her pin got taken away. Whatever it was. And partially removed a lipstick.
She's unable to hide her emotion, and her makeup has been disturbed. I think that this young woman has just been kissed.
Why do I feel like there's just a lot of drama going on right now behind the scenes?
Here? Teapot with black dragon, Gangshi period, end of the 17th century. It is a rare piece with unusual colours.
You have a good knowledge of art history.
She literally looked it up in the book.
Acquired while working with Sir Carmichael. I used to help him manage his collection and choose his new acquisitions.
And sometimes, he used to give you a piece as a gift. Is that right?
Gift? What do you mean?
Her brooch.
I am referring to your brooch.
This old brooch?
Mademoiselle, you know perfectly well. I am talking about the magnificent brooch you were wearing earlier.
Yes.
That she no
you're
longer
right.
has.
Sir Carmichael did give it to me. He valued my work. How could I refuse? He would have been offended.
You took it off because of Lady Clark, am I right?
Indeed. Lady Clark does not like this jewel. Why upset someone who is so gravely ill?
Indicate that the dragon is frightening for Lady Clark. Interesting. Frightening or jealousy?
I see. Maybe Lady Clark is a little jealous.
Mr. Poirot, do not be mistaken. There was nothing going on between Sir Carmichael Clark and myself. It's just... how should I say? Well, Lady Clark is very suspicious. Insanely suspicious. Wearing this old brooch in front of her would have caused her unnecessary suffering. Don't you think?
You were recently
I am
kissed
not
and it looks like
blaming
you cried
mademoiselle.
recently as well,
Have you
so...
seen any strangers hanging around in the past few days?
No. Nobody has been near Comside.
Tell me what happened last night.
After dinner? Well, I did some sewing and then I went to bed. I was
Okay.
woken by the telephone at 11. I heard Franklin Clark speaking with the gardener. They left with some lanterns and they found the body.
Or if she is in a relationship with Franklin.
Why do you hate Franklin Clark?
But why would I hate him?
Well,
Miss Gray,
Unfortunate.
if I may be so bold, please do not take offense. My friend has rather unusual methods, but all
I
he
guess
wants
I
is
was
to find
wrong.
the murderer.
Yes, I understand. I must rest. Please excuse me.
Earlier, you asked me to watch the living room door for you. I don't wish to be indiscreet, but sometimes a gentleman stumbles upon a secret without intending to.
That is sometimes the case.
And I saw Franklin Clark kissing Miss Gray at the foot of the stairs.
I mean, yeah, I
Do
assumed.
you think this is a common occurrence?
No, I saw emotion, intensity. I think it was their first kiss.
Well done, mon ami. Well spotted.
However, I don't think I completely understand this business. Why did Sir Carmichael not defend himself? He appeared to have been
Well,
active
I mean,
and
he got
strong.
attacked from behind.
The murderer did not give him a chance. Let us try and reconstruct the
We're
scene.
reconstructing the scene already. What the heck? I'm only like 5 seconds into the case.
Sir Clark is taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush.
Wait.
The old man walks quietly along the gravel path. Then he turns towards the sea to gaze at it.
And then he dies. Attack from the left. What?
The killer leaves his hiding place on the left-hand side. He walks over the gravel on the path. The noise alerts Sir Clark, who turns around.
Oh my god.
No, Sir Clark was attacked by surprise.
Ah.
He could not see his assailant.
Yeah, no, that made
Let us
sense.
Think again, mon cher.
Attack from left or attack from right. What does that even mean? Someone please explain to me
Sir
how I
Clark
was supposed to
is
know what that
taking his
meant.
Customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush.
Ready to fall asleep. Wait.
The old man walks quietly along the gravel path.
Turn to the sea.
Then he turns towards the sea to gaze at it.
And then he attacks from the right. I can't even click on it.
The killer leaves his hiding place on the right-hand side. He approaches silently over the grass. Then he throws himself on his prey and cuts the poor man's throat. He then lays down the
Nice.
EMC before leaving.
Okay, well, they had the
Everything
killer lay it
appears
down,
to
but
match
not
the
open.
crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
There were 4 steps this time. That's pretty cool. That ends our investigation today, or what? Okay. I would assume this may be the killer.
Just a minute. I'm getting dressed.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust. ABC. Oh my goodness. They kind of spoiled it.
Mr. Kirst, have you recently returned from Churston?
Yes. Indeed I have.
Have you seen the papers? And to think that you might have rubbed shoulders with the killer. Imagine that.
That would be quite
Mr.
frightening.
Kirst, are you all right? You don't seem well.
My apologies. My throat is burning and my head feels heavy. It's ever since the war, you know. Since my injury, my head has never been the same.
What? I don't know what's going on with this guy. This guy needs help. Have you seen the reconstructions and the bonuses?
Poirot, it's a pleasure to be with you again after all these years.
Okay,
I
that was
looked
the
for a
entire
gift to thank
investigation.
you, and I found this propelling pencil.
An authentic collector's item. You spoil me, mon ami.
And you more so by sharing investigations.
Do not underestimate the help you are to me, Hastings. Intellect is not everything. There is also goodwill, and you are not short of that. Later, I will ask you to help me tidy up the room and bring some chairs. Our guest will be here soon.
Who are the guests?
Ah, is Thora Grey coming?
Naturally. She is a fascinating young woman, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, come on, Poirot. I'm a married man. And Miss Grey has already been courted by Franklin Clark. Poirot, our guests will be here soon.
What?
We must prepare ourselves.
This game is so weird. Like, I don't know what's happening. This game is so bizarre. Oh, these are all the, Are these the suspects, or... I've just obtained a modifiable object. Use it to select the object in your inventory and click on the icon. It is only available if a modification is possible. Okay. Cool. I took the pen apart, I guess. I don't know why. Oh, I'm getting another spring. Spring number 2. Thanks, buddy. Well, I now have a spring. Don't really know what the purpose of that is. Observe everybody. Okay. Sure. She really do be looking, huh? So let's start over here since I offended her so grossly. What is happening? Is the game bugged right now? Like... I can't... Okay. Cool. I don't know what's happening. What is going on?
Sometimes I love a brunette, sometimes I love a blonde. That's what the song says.
Cool. That added a lot to the
The song
investigation.
says, sometimes I love a blonde who comes from Eden by way of Sweden. But I am not sure that this blonde is an angel.
Okay. She do be in love.
She appears to have taken more care with her appearance than the last time.
Looking at Donald. Earring. Necklace.
She's looking at Mr. Fraser out of the corner of her eye. Did she make herself beautiful for him?
Yes, obviously. Also, it's not out of the corner of her eye. She's staring directly at him.
Donald is always on edge.
He has quite the frame. Tense hands. Dark circles. I called it. Big nose.
Leave me alone.
Shaving cut. Oh, I see.
Donald Fraser is very nervous at the moment, even if he's trying hard to control himself. I should take advantage of the sign.
Well, I've already examined him, so. Observe everybody. Oh, I have to observe these people. I didn't even realize they were here.
I hope to concentrate on my guests.
I would love to.
Franklin Clark always seems at ease, regardless of where he is. Something that's unique to people who travel. I wish to thank you all for coming. I wanted to bring everyone close to the victims here in order to unmask the murderer.
Get to the point, Mr.
Okay.
Poirot. What do you want from us?
The murderer is here.
Megan, dear girl, please be patient.
Mr. Poirot, how dare you address me by my first name?
Please excuse me, mademoiselle. What I ask
What
is
the
that you
heck?
search
He's so
your
mad.
memories. The murderer must have left some trace.
Yes, he must have prepared his crimes very carefully.
Tout à fait.
True.
He did not get to Bexhill at midnight in order to strangle a young girl whose name by chance starts with P.
Must we go into that?
I mean, it's the White Horse Whiskey, obviously.
No, of course. Not if it makes you uncomfortable.
Come on, Mr. Poirot. I imagine we all feel terribly
Okay. I mean, that's not
uncomfortable
what I
about
really
these
wanted to
murders.
say.
It's true. We've to catch the killer.
I was going to show
not be
empathy,
spared
but
the
then,
gory
you know,
details.
tell him that
Mr. Fraser,
you gotta
please get
focus.
a grip on yourself.
Okay, well, there you go.
Well, I want to help you, but I don't remember anything else. Nothing I haven't already said.
And you, mademoiselle
Not with those
Barnard,
massive eyes
did
of
your
yours.
sister say if she was seeing another man?
She never would have told me.
Why are you so mad?
Why would she hide the fact from you?
Betty knew I didn't approve of her behavior. Her flirting was spoiling any chance she might have had.
Tell me, mademoiselle, what did you talk about with your sister?
Silly things. Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with
Black
it.
stockings.
Mother bought her a brand new pair. The day it happened, she was crying. And to think that Betty
Yeah,
never
yeah, I already
even
heard
wore
this line
them.
before.
Poor mummy.
Your sister used to sing, I believe. Did she ever perform in public?
She dreamt about it, but she had a very bad cough. It troubled her greatly. She had to cancel auditions and miss lots of opportunities. A pity.
Yeah, her album in her room
Yes,
was
she
really
sang
good.
well, but that doesn't tell us much about the murderer.
Qui sait?
Shut up.
In any case,
I'm the
we
detective
now have
here.
enough information to draw up a relatively precise psychological profile.
We've only talked to 2 people out of the 5 that are
Let's
here.
now try and get our brain
What is
cells
going
to
on?
work.
Is the killer clever? What? Okay, the murderer is clever. Indeed, let us look again at the... Is the killer sure of himself? Yes, he's very bold. Is the killer a seducer? Yes. He's all of the above. Does the killer like trains? Likes trains. What is happening? Is the killer impulsive? No. Is the killer generous? Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we can now surmise without too much risk of error that our adversary is calculative, sure of himself, a seducer, of outstanding intelligence, that he has plenty of self-control, and that he likes railways.
Wow, I never would have
It's a good
thunk.
start. Other meetings may be necessary.
That's
I
it.
hope that you will be able to
They
confirm
rode on a
again.
train for like 12 hours for
Well, it's
this.
just that
This is a 5-minute meeting.
Is something bothering you, Mary?
Well, Mr. Poirot, you see, I don't know if I can come to London just like that.
It's normal that people helping with this inquiry should be reimbursed. Starting with you, Miss Trower. Please allow me to pay for your train tickets.
Oh, he's also a seducer.
Oh, sir, I cannot accept.
But you must. Mademoiselle, I may not be rich, but my brother left a fortune which will be mine.
Mr. Clark, that's very generous of you.
But also kind of
Well,
suspicious.
someone has to foot the bill. Mr. Poirot, would it be possible for you to come back to Devon? Lady Clark has expressed a wish to see you. We'll adjust her medicine so she'll not be too drowsy.
But of
Okay.
course, I shall come the day after tomorrow if it is convenient. Thank you all for coming. We will meet again soon.
Okay.
The meeting
This
was
game is so bizarre.
Really?
I'm just going to keep playing it. I'm going to
Seems
see what
I believe
happens.
now we
I
have everything
have
we
no
need
idea what's
to
happening.
find a common point between the victims. Now it is time for us
Yeah,
to
is the
resolve
common point their
matter.
names?
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What do the victims have in common? The cough medicine? All the victims suffered from throat afflictions. I mean,
The first
Carmichael
two
Clark
victims
didn't,
suffered from
but
bad throat.
whatever.
And that was precisely the specialty of the third victim, Dr. Clark.
We have a lead.
It would pay to take
Indeed.
a closer look at the medical records of Dr. Clark's patients.
We'll do so during our next visit to Churston.
I will do it myself, mon ami. You must remain in London just in case ABC sends us another letter.
Very well, as you wish.
How is he going to contact you? I knew the throat medicine would be relevant.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Poirot. Lady Clark is waiting for you in her bedroom on the first floor.
Alright, try not to make out
Please
while I'm up
excuse
there.
me, I cannot stay for the interview. I've to take Miss Gray to the station to see our lawyer in Torquay.
Are you leaving Churston for good?
Miss Gray very kindly stayed with me to settle my brother's affairs, but naturally she prefers to find a position in London.
Ah, très bien.
I'll be absent
She does not
all
like
morning,
Franklin
Mr. Poirot,
Clark.
but the nurse is coming soon. She's to ensure that the dose of medicine doesn't make our patient drowsy.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Have a nice trip, mademoiselle.
Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to be like reading more into like what these people are doing or what. But everything is just like so strange. Like, what is this? We have a random like cougar head on the wall.
It is now the right time.
It's not the right time. It's the right time to check your reflection, but nothing else.
April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra.
Okay. There's nothing else that I can look at. Like the freaking giant head that's mounted to the wall. Bro? I don't know what's happening. I also don't know why I took the spring. I don't know what's happening. Whatever. This game is so confusing.
It would be rude to make...
Okay, fine. Go upstairs. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, she's suffering for real.
It would be rude to...
You want to check the
It would
mirror?
be rude.
She doing okay?
This poor woman is very ill.
Yeah, extremely. Painkillers.
This woman is suffering. She is in no state to have a conversation.
Well, too bad.
Mr. Poirot?
They have
My
like
respects,
literally like
madame.
3 voice
Thank you
talents
for coming.
in this game.
Thank you. Have you seen the nurse? She should have been here by now. Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
The telephone in the hall is ringing.
Oh, okay. Let's go get the telephone, I guess. What's this on the ground?
Lady Clark is in pain.
Oh my god, fine. I'd rather just investigate the crime scene, but whatever. Where is it, over there?
The Clark residence. Detective Hercule Poirot speaking.
How do you do, Mr. Poirot? I'm Lady Clark's nurse. I wanted to let you know that I won't be able to come for her injection today. Might Miss Grey be able to do it?
Nope, she's gone.
She has just left, but I will take care of it.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. You'll find the skeleton key to open the medicine cabinet hidden in the lion trophy.
Okay,
You can
well,
count on
that makes
me.
sense.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Oh, thank you.
So that's the
kindly.
thing that I
Goodbye,
wasn't
Mr.
able to
Poirot.
investigate. Is the thing that was completely hidden to me until just now. Skeleton key. So does that mean it opens like everything? Hello? Is this not the lion trophy? Oh, okay. Sure. I just had to click on the same thing. So where's the medicine
Lady
cabinet?
Clark is in...
Is this it?
It is not the...
Where's the medicine cabinet? Is this it? Looks like it.
Lady Clark is in pain.
Okay, bro.
It's closed.
Yeah. Pull out the skeleton key, put it in there. Okay. Get some morphine.
Ah, Mr. Poirot. Oh, I feel better now. Thank you for your help.
Isn't morphine like kind of bad?
You asked for me, chère madame.
Yes. Yes, of course, I wish to speak with you. But what was it about?
No doubt.
Probably the
You
murder.
wish to talk to me about what happened to your husband?
Ah, yes. Oh, poor Carmichael. Has the madman who killed him been caught?
Not
Indeed.
yet, chère madame.
She's standing right in front
There
of
was
me.
a great many people in Cheston on the day
sitting.
of the murder.
Indeed. People go straight to the beach. They don't come near Coomside.
Coomside.
So, there were no strangers around the house that day?
Who said that?
The people who live here. Your
So there were
cousin-in-law,
strangers
Miss
around the
Gray.
house that day.
Miss Grey? Oh, I don't like her. Franklin wanted her to stay, but I insisted she should go immediately.
You are entitled to do so, not really?
I don't really
I'm
care.
pleased that you approve.
I just want to catch the
The
murderer.
others have been taken in by her. But at least you can see through that self-pity act. See what she's up to. Oh,
And she's dead.
She's sleeping. I must find a way to wake her up gently.
What is even happening, dude?
This object would probably be useful to me.
What is that? Bronze comb. And what's this? A silver comb on the ground?
This object would...
Yeah. And then we've got like photographs on the table over here. Ooh. What?
The mechanism appears to be broken.
It's broken. Okay.
The bronze comb is preventing me from position.
The spring is broken. Don't worry, I gotcha.
I hope that Hastings will not be cross with me.
I'll be fine. So we got... Okay, so I need to get the golden one before solving this. Where is the golden comb?
This
Oh,
object would
here we go.
probably be useful to me.
What's this? Another silver comb? Nope, that's the gold comb. Sweet. Alright. Let's do it. One, two, three.
I hope that Hastings will...
I'm sure you'll be fine. Oh, and we woke her up. Welcome back to the land of the living. She's barely alive, but...
Oh, what are we talking about? Ah, yes. Thora Grey. Oh, Carmichael had great esteem for her. But for me, she was nothing but a hypocrite.
Cool.
You're probably right, madame.
You have seen through her. I'm so pleased that I've convinced you.
Admit being wrong about Thora.
Well, I appear to have been wrong about Thora Grey.
So you all agree. How nice it is to be
What?
all of the same mind.
Miss Grey did look after you very well, though.
Outwardly. But she's hiding something. I think she tried to poison me.
She tried to poison you.
Miss Grey? A poisoner? But everybody appears to like her.
It
Well,
proves
I mean, that
she
doesn't...
knows what she's doing. She's manipulative.
That doesn't really
and
correlate.
she's a liar.
A liar?
Let's see, didn't she say that on the day of the crime nobody was around Coomside?
That is correct.
There was one
Well,
person.
At 11 o'clock, I saw her talking to someone.
It was Franklin Clark.
Really? And what was this man like?
An ordinary sort of man with a very plain face. Oh, I don't remember well.
Was he a gentleman?
No, he was not a gentleman.
It would be best to...
And
leave her
she's
to sleep
back.
now.
Back to sleep. So somebody was around
The
Coomside.
telephone in the hall is ringing.
About to get another letter.
Hello?
Poirot, is that you?
Hastings here.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. Have you received a new letter from the murderer?
No, thank goodness. How are things in Churston?
I questioned Lady Clark, but I will not leave until I have examined everything of interest to me here. Fortunately, Franklin is absent, and I have a skeleton
I'm just
key.
going to investigate the entire mansion.
Have you seen Thora Grey again?
Briefly. But rest assured, I intend to summon her to London soon.
She's a fascinating girl.
But
And she may be a liar.
I would like to ask her a few questions.
Poirot, she wouldn't hurt a fly.
Each to his own, my friend. Yours are pretty orphans, mine old ladies that have the maladies.
Poirot, are
What?
you mocking me?
No ill intended, rest assured. À bientôt, mon ami.
I don't know what's happening. Let's go in here. It's like a cult laboratory. Explanation. What's this?
I must need something to
I
continue.
need to put something in there. World.
This plate appears to be able to... This plate appears...
Okay, so all these plates can move, but something's blocking them.
This plate appears... This plate appears...
Okay.
I must need something to continue.
Alright, I don't know. I'm gonna look at this later. I think I'll go pick the thing up that I need. At least attempt to pick up the thing that I need to stick in that hole.
Franklin appears to be very active.
Indeed, extremely active. Tennis racket and shoes. Guns. Deer head.
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveler.
Yeah, that's really impressive. How does that help us solve the case? What's this? Another puzzle box.
A Chinese symbol is engraved on this metal disc.
Okay. Rotate it around. Another Chinese symbol.
Position of this character looks right to...
Yeah, that looks correct. What about this one?
That's it.
Okay. Trying to help people out that don't know
That's it.
Mandarin.
This character...
And then what about this one?
Like this. This...
Okay. So now what?
Well.
Aha,
The characters
okay.
engraved on this...
So the one that was most on the right is this one. And then this one's first. This one is second. Wait, they look so similar. Okay. And this one's third. Alright, got it. Sweet. It's always nice having the combination
last,
literally on the
cupboard
safe
is open.
or lock or whatever. Let's see, we got some books. English countryside is back in fashion.
Genteel and wild.
Alistair Bradford.
Countryside
That's
represented.
AB right there. Another book.
The Railway Children. E. Nesbit.
A railway?
For Franklin.
For Franklin.
Don't have his Christmas, 1910.
This is where Franklin was, actually. Or like his office, maybe. As with previous decade, in the 1930s, Hong Kong was gateway to China. Yeah, Hong Kong.
Traveling in China, a practical guide for English travelers.
Wow.
Helmet, flask, and rifles. Franklin is very well equipped.
Okay. That's it? So I'm supposed to do something with this map, I guess, right? I don't know, let's leave. Let's go see if there's anything else around the mansion first.
How am I going to open this trunk? Let us examine it.
Let us examine it. It's a good place to start. $1927. Is it really as
Does
simple
not
as that?
appear to be.
Is it really that simple? Okay.
Leaving the code on the trunk. What a strange character Franklin is.
Maybe he has a bad memory. The clock is 31. Oh God. Come on. Is that 7 or is that 1? God. Okay. $28. What? I don't know what's going on here. 5. 20. Let's try this. 28. Maybe it's 520. Nope. Am I tripping? That says 5. I mean, the other thing... This said, like... I can't tell if that's 1 or 7, so I'm just going to do 7.
So, what is this sound?
What is the sound indeed? Oh,
I should
okay.
be able to open the trunk now.
Let's open it.
There we are.
Oh my God, even more. Nothing. No fake bottoms or anything? Okay. Aha! Whatever this is.
Why has Franklin put an Allen key inside his trunk? I'll borrow it for a minute.
Sure.
Whiskey and other
Okay.
good quality drinks. Mr. Clark really has refined tastes.
Bunch of alcohol.
Whiskey and other good...
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so now I go here. I put the triangle thing there. What? No? What? Allen key.
An Allen key. It can be used in 5 positions.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Oh, I need to click this to move to the one that I want. Yeah, let's use the triangle one. And then let's go here on the triangle. Sweet. Okay, well, there's another one. This looks like the same one. Okay. So let's go back. We will now use this one.
It can be.
Yeah, I know. You move. Okay. Use it here. Cool.
Another screw.
Another screw. I'll now use it here. Another screw.
This engraving is not very easy to understand.
Dude, when will it open?
Sort it out.
This thing is so puzzling.
Reconstructing the engraving.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
Really
I get it. I
easy.
get it. Move. Leave me alone, Poirot. Okay. Oh my god, it's one of these. Okay. So this one is independent. This one is independent. This one is not. This one is not. And the center one is whatever. So move like that. And like this. And like... Okay, hold on. It's fine. I'll do it the long way because I don't want to confuse myself. Oh, I think it's supposed to be the UK. Okay. I go like that and then like that. Perfect. Not perfect. I think I'm stupid.
Franklin must really love his
Okay.
country to have an engraving in his trunk. I think
Yeah, it's supposed to
I
be the
heard
UK,
Penelope
but
release.
I don't know, whatever. I'm dumb, clearly.
A signet ring.
Aha! So
A
this looks
signet
like the
ring with a
other
code written on it.
ring.
1587.
So
It
the
may
other
be
dude had
useful
it.
to me.
The victim, right? He had this ring. Okay, that's cool. Guess. There's somebody in here?
Order and method above all.
I've already
I
examined
see some
this,
papers
right?
that were not there the first time I visited.
Oh.
These daggers are only
Okay.
valuers report
Okay. My bad.
Court and Brunskill. The name is familiar.
CB.
Is that not the name of the firm Donald Fraser works for?
Oh, interesting.
These daggers. These daggers.
Okay, so what's the thing that I'm missing here?
These daggers.
These daggers. I couldn't even see this.
Ernest Logan. M.
Yeah, I
Lady
know.
Clark, your wife.
I've seen this
I
already.
estimate that Lady Clark.
Okay. So some kind of collection valuation that comes from Donald Fraser's firm.
The door is.
Do I want to use a key on it? Perhaps?
This unit contains the medical records for Sir Carmichael Clark's patients. Let us study them closely and see if there are any familiar names. No deaths on the records from A to D. They've been handled recently. No known names. Disappointing.
Really? Okay.
Lots of dust. The records from E to Z have not been touched for years.
Makes sense.
No known names. Disappointing.
We haven't gotten to E to Z yet. Oh god. Tripod fell over. There we go. Not too shabby. Alright. So we learned nothing, thank you.
Sir Carmichael's collection could...
Inspect the mansion. What's this? That was that stupid book.
Comside's private collection. The catalog for Sir...
I've already seen all this crap, man. What is this over here? A letter?
Attention, Franklin. Task list. A. Ordering Lady Clark remedies. Done. B. Tidying up real estate property files. Done. C. Calling the lawyer about inventory. Done. D. Update the tenant farmer list. Done. E. Update land rent accounting. Done. F.
Everything is done, it
Ordering
would
a
seem.
stock of arsenic. Done. P.S. I have left on the living room table some of my things I don't want to keep. The locket and the dagger. I am sure you know why. Thora.
So the dagger was given to her. That's interesting. And it has blood on it.
I've already seen similar daggers.
But none covered in blood. Buddy? You're not going to comment?
A dark dragon for a bright-haired maid.
See. Okay. Sure thing. What's up with this map? Traditional Chinese map.
Traditional Chinese map.
Facsimile.
Facsimile. South is on the top of the map.
Interesting. Okay. I guess that's all there is in this room. I still had that one thing. Oh, maybe this. What's here? The Black Dragon's Curse.
The Black Dragon's Curse. To Franklin, who will never grow up. January 25, 1928. Car Charlotte.
Another double C. Very fortunate that they were spared. This is Thor Gray.
Thora Gray, Comside, Justin Devon.
Arsenic trioxide thallium.
Trioxide thallium.
Poison? Okay. Maybe she really was poisoning
Best to leave her.
the old lady. And I think literally the only thing that I have to investigate now is this. Which I don't know if I quite understand.
This plate appears. This plate appears. This plate appears.
I don't understand.
This plate appears. This plate appears. This plate appears to be.
Stick the ring in there.
The plates
It
on
actually
the
worked.
picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
Oh my god. Holy Christ. Okay. Oh my god. There are so many, dude. We've got like, it looks like maybe like a dog. And then some kind of bird. Some more birds. Some birds. Well, this one's literally the same on both sides.
The Lion of Sumatra.
The Lion of Sumatra. Oh, it's where they intersect. Okay. Okay, so they intersect in certain locations. Now, if only I remembered where everything was, or if there was a way to take notes. Unfortunately, I don't think that there is. So I'm just going to keep going until I guess and check. Huh? Scammed? Oh. Maybe that one doesn't exist. Okay, so I know that there was a bear. Maybe this is how I have to do it.
The Alaskan Kodiak bear.
Bear. So I know that there was a bear. And then there was the lion. And then there was a deer. That might be this symbol. Right, not that one.
The African kudu.
Okay, it was not a deer.
I heard the sound of a mechanism. Strange way of protecting one's safe.
Okay.
Triangulating one's hunting sites on a map.
Yeah, I don't really know how that works, but that's fine. $15.87. Easy.
These documents are very likely going to help me for the rest of the inquiry.
Are they really?
A dozen gold sovereigns. Some shares for the Southern Railway and some treasury bills. This is not worth much. Hardly enough to justify your robbery.
Okay, what about these letters?
Clark, Comside, Churston, Devon. To Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Chim Sha Tsui, Kowloon, Hong Kong, Comside, 1935, January 1st. I
What?
wish you with all my heart a happy year 1935. Writing my greeting cards, I have affectionate thoughts for you. Always smiling as a child, sailing to distant countries and bringing back to us trunks full of wonder. At home, everything annoys me, starting with this young Thora Sir Carmichael is so fond of. I have nobody to share my feelings with, so I write to you. How can I tell you what happens to me? The simplest way the better. I am doomed. I still have 1 year to live, no more. How do I know? I opened the secret drawer of Carmichael and read a letter not addressed to me. In this letter, Dr. Logan tells my husband in the most direct way the truth he conceals from me.
Right, this was written by Charlotte.
Sir, I know. But my husband doesn't know I know. Please don't tell him. And if he shares the truth with you, act as you are surprised. Carl will probably speak in his usual convoluted way, but I wanted to be the first to announce it to you. It does matter to me that you are aware of what happens in Comside.
So that must be Lady
Warm
Clark.
regards, Charlotte.
Okay, so I had kind of had a theory that she might have been the intended victim, and it might be true because her initials are also
Sir
CC.
Carmichael Clark, Comside Churchton, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsim Kowloon, Hong Kong. Comside, 1935, January the 12th. Dear Franklin, first, I wish you a good start to a successful new year. I have received your letter dated December 10th. Thanks for defending my interest against Wang, this robber. Things could have got pretty bad if you weren't a real cold-blooded guy. I envy you for that. Things go on here much as usual.
Moderately
Charlotte
free
is
from pain.
moderately free from pain. I wish one could say more. You may remember Thora Gray. She is a dear girl and a greater comfort to me that I can tell you. I should not have known what to do through this bad time but for her. She has an
What does that mean?
exquisite taste and shares my passion for Chinese art.
He loves China.
No daughter could be a closer or more sympathetic companion. Life has been difficult, but I am glad to feel that here she has a home and true affection. You wrote me you want to stay in China for 1 more year or even longer. I don't object. The longer you stay, the more opportunities you will have to increase our collection. Nonetheless, you should know that we miss you here.
And
that
Charlotte will be
Charlotte
dead.
Will be gone by the time you come back.
Ah, nice.
I am, dear Franklin, your truly affectionate brother.
Okay.
Eton College School Year, 1912-1913.
I got some old documents.
Clark. School report for Franklin Clark. According to his teachers, Franklin was a good student, but lacked discipline.
Wait, how old is he? He's like 40 years old? They look like they're old people. Also, I don't know how that was supposed to be helpful in the investigation, but that's okay. Okay, time to leave. So what's it here? Are we going to the garden?
Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from?
The crows, perhaps? It's over here.
Something makes me feel uncomfortable.
What is it?
Brown pellets. Revolting.
Okay, those aren't brown pellets. That is a rat.
Tut-tut. The gardener does not follow the alignment. There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
And what's this?
Brown pellet.
What?
Brown.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
There.
Yeah, symmetric. Okay, that was all that I'd investigate. Amazing. There's a rat that is dead. Somebody else gonna be dead out here. What is this? Hedge maze?
I would like to congratulate Clark's gardener. What symmetry.
Fountain. What's happening?
This fountain makes a very relaxing sound.
Had to walk all the way around it to figure that one out. Yeah, come on. Poirot. Let's hurry it up a little bit. Just like slightly faster.
Who lit this fire.
What were they burning?
I wonder if someone wanted to get rid of these papers.
Alright, time to reconstruct them.
This object would probably be useful to me. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
There's a lot of intrigue and mystery going on here. Why did Thor leave personal belongings behind at Combs' side? Okay. Thor does not want to be accused of theft. Makes sense.
Everything that Thor Grey has left behind comes from Sir Carmichael's collection. He most probably gave them to her. But she chose to leave them here rather than run the risk of being accused of theft. It is understandable when you know just how much Lady Clark mistrusted her.
So what do these documents have to do with that?
Let's now try
Oh,
and
okay.
get our brain cells to work.
We're going to investigate the other thing now. Is Thor a poisoner? Oopsie. Lady Clark thinks that Thor Grey tried to poison her. Thor had ordered rat poison. There was a poisoned rat at the scene of the crime. Okay. Thor Grey never considered poisoning Lady Clark. It's just a dead rat.
Thor Grey had no reason to kill someone who only had a few months left to live. The poison she ordered was for rats. The gardener must have made good use of it, considering the stinking remains on the path, not far from the property. I've finished here. I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London.
So, did I learn anything from this? Anything at all? What am I doing here? Just out here hanging out, chilling.
May you have peace,
Okay. Is there anything over here? No. What about this little shed? What is that? Can I enter it?
Clark's greenhouse.
Must hold some rare plants. Indeed. Come on, let's get a move on, Poirot. I'm not trying to stand around here all day, okay? So, where was the skeleton key? It was inside the lion head, right? I guess I don't have to actually put it back. I think I just have to call.
I must put the skeleton...
Okay. Apparently I do have to put it back.
Après...
Bro. There we go.
Perfect. Nothing else is keeping me here.
Then let's go.
Hello, Hastings? I have finished in Sherstone. I will take the first train. Tell me, do you know how to restore writing on a burned document?
Yes, you just have to soak a cloth with a hydrochloric acid solution and rub the sheet of paper. Then the characters appear.
Bien.
Is
You have
that,
been of great
is
assistance,
that actually how that
Hastings.
works?
Could you please order the solution as soon as possible?
Of course, but what documents do you want to read?
Some burnt
will see,
documents
my
I
friend.
found, buddy.
À ce soir.
Any inference skills at all would be appreciated, Mr. Hastings.
Donald Fraser is here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
Why? Check the mirror. I think I'm still in chapter 3 right now. I am. In quite a long chapter. Look at Donald Fraser. From behind, I guess.
This man is tired.
Likes to drink his sorrows away. Oh my god, come on. Dark circles. Crumbled clothes. Tense hand.
Donald is short of sleep, and it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
Wow. That is pathetic.
Mr. Poirot, I don't know why I'm here.
Okay.
You wanted to talk, and you came to find the only man capable of hearing you.
Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
Don't worry, you didn't kill her in your sleep, buddy.
Have a drink, and tell me about this dream.
It's always the same. I'm on the beach with Betty. I grab her around the throat, and I squeeze, and squeeze until she's
It's
dead.
Megan.
Her head falls back, and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
He wants to kill Megan.
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl. But I would never tell her about my dream.
Yeah, I wonder why.
not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting.
Extremely interesting.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Interpret Donald's dream. How should Donald's dream be interpreted? Donald likes Megan.
Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Whoa!
Please go on. Do.
This dream
What?
certainly betrays your guilt.
Go on.
Oh,
Explain my...
But
Oh.
what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancé? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
so you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
No, obviously
I do not exclude
not.
this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need
I
to
mean,
know that
it's
fact
possible.
to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
Please leave.
On the train. I like trains. It's easy to sleep rocked by the sound of the wheels.
Are you okay?
Poor boy, he seems completely lost.
He definitely is.
Women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late.
Okay, thank
And
you.
ask Miss Gray to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her.
How did you ask her? Call her on the cell phone?
Mademoiselle, I asked you here in order to answer a very important question.
Are you a murderer?
Am I right in thinking you said that you did not speak to anyone on the day Sir Carmichael was murdered?
It's the absolute truth.
Yet, Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Really? She must have been mistaken.
Liar.
I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it, but it wasn't important.
Stockings.
It was just a salesman. One of those traders who sell stockings from door to door.
The black stockings,
Can you
perhaps?
describe him to me?
Medium size. Glasses. Dark suit and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him.
Nothing else?
And yet, it
He
seems
was
extremely
very
important.
hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident. But he wasn't.
You did not leave Cheston willingly, I believe.
I don't wish to lie. Lady Clark did not appreciate my presence. And Franklin cannot go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man.
Yeah, he seems like a
And
great
he worries
man.
a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Churston. It was too risky for you to keep these objects, am I correct?
Risky? What was the risk?
The curse of the
You know
dragon.
very well what Lady Clark might have said if you had kept these objects.
Indeed. These objects were gifts. But Lady Clark would have been convinced that I'd stolen them. By returning them, I put an end to
Well,
such
you know,
evil
that
gossip.
dagger you returned did have
Yeah.
blood on it,
I
so...
must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If Lady Clark had died, would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
How dare you ask such a question? Sir Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude,
And yet
nothing
you
else.
kissed Franklin Clegg.
Thank you,
Or
mademoiselle.
at least he kissed him.
I will not keep you any longer.
I don't know what's going on there. So when are we going to catch the murderer?
I met Thora Grey on the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good reasons for accusing her?
I'm not even the one that brought that
I
up,
accused her
just
of
so you
nothing,
know.
Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her. Let us now try and get how brain cells
Is
to
it an
work.
important question? Take your word for it. Thor is a seductress.
You must know how to read between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he's lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair.
I don't think that's what it says in the
These are the
translation.
words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
True, there are
Also, what's the
extenuating
relevance?
circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she's calculating. Just look how she avoided it when asked if she would have married Clark.
I mean, he wasn't
I
here.
see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
Do
Wow.
not get carried away, mon ami. We have another more important matter to
Yeah,
settle.
like their murderer.
Really?
Yes, would you believe that Miss Grey taught me something new?
What?
Let us now
I actually
try
don't know.
and get how brain cells to work.
Is there another common point between the murders? Oh, the stockings. Huh? There we go. Stockings. I already knew that, dude. I already
It's
noticed
perfectly
that.
clear, Hastings. Perfectly clear. Indeed, a stocking seller visited Andover, Bexhill, and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest, Jop.
So there is a stocking salesman that knows about cough medicine. Okay. I don't know how that helps us.
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Why does he sound so suspicious?
Right. The hunt is on.
The suspect is a salesman. Maybe. You have a problem? Doncaster.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
Yeah, how did he seduce Betty and get her on a date with him? Seems like a creepazoid.
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Fine, I will.
What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
He's pissed. Tensions are high right now. Hey, screw you, buddy.
Are you
I'm the
collecting the
detective.
post, Poirot?
What is wrong with you, buddy? Oh my god. I'm the detective here. You serve me. You get the post when I tell you to.
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th.
You see this right here?
So long.
This isn't an M, this is an R and an N.
I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
Click thumbnails that illustrate your progress in the inquiry. To consult your progress, go back to the main menu and access the timeline. I'm good.
Mon ami, it is a pleasure to be working with you again. I have missed you this past
Did you
2
get the
years.
post? Okay, no response. What is happening? Let's read the paper.
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a methodical madman.
Why is it being published in a math
It's
paper?
highly probable that the alphabet murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime?
Probably one.
Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns,
Oh, I
cities,
see.
and villages whose names begin with a D, and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities, and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered
50%.
if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations.
Okay.
Daily Blag, August 31, 1935.
Mustache at half
Mustache at
mast.
half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case.
There's only been 3 murders, dude.
Sometimes small things trouble great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator
Oh, he's
of the
Belgian.
detective, knows something about it.
That makes
3
sense.
mornings in a row. he
So it's a
confided to us
combination of
that cook
French and
broke the
German.
egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his mustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
What is this paper?
Poirot, I assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
I don't trust you anymore. You've been very rude to me recently. Okay. Compare the letters.
Let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the 2 letters. Let us examine the characters. Let us examine the.
Okay, whatever.
Yes, this I. Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to find some.
But they literally have different defects.
Let us examine the characters.
You're pissing me off.
The double. Of course, I have to find. Let us examine. I don't see anything.
Huh?
Let us examine the. I don't see anything.
Whatever, dude. You're annoying me.
Yes, the. That's right. My theory was right.
Yeah, but what about
Hastings.
corns?
Strikes tomorrow.
Is that an actual word, cornets?
Chief Inspector Jack.
Is that supposed to be, like,
He's on
useful?
another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle.
One
It
of
is from
3
F.A.
voice
Poirot.
talent that worked in this
Tell him
game.
ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take.
Why
a
don't
few
you take
notes.
the notes?
Yes, yes. So, how are you getting on? I'm ready to take notes.
I don't know.
Now, down to work.
I'm ready.
All of this needs putting in order a little.
Sure. That's it. Jigsaw puzzle? What? Oh, I'm supposed to put it up here, I guess.
This page will be
Okay, I literally had one piece left to go.
Is finished. That's done.
3 more to go. Alright, these are not, like... I guess it's more accurate to what a document would actually look like if it was, like, burnt
This
and
page
torn
is
up,
charged
but... It's certainly not obvious where things are supposed to go.
Does not look.
Stop talking, I'm in the
This
middle.
page is finished. And that's 2 done. It's easier than I thought.
It is kind of easy. You just drag it to wherever you feel like it, and then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
This page is finished.
This page is finished.
Only one more. Keep going.
I was just thinking about stopping, too. Is it right? It was right.
This does not look too difficult.
Where is it supposed to go?
This piece should be placed here.
What?
This page
Okay,
is
whatever.
finished.
I feel like I put
All
it there
the
like 3
pages are
times. That's okay.
reconstructed.
And now we have to put hydrochloric acid on them.
The cloth is now soaked with solvent.
Sweet.
Got it. Make a note, Hastings. Make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
Oh. So somebody was burning the documents from the patients that were related to the
Where on
ABC
earth did you find
murders.
these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at campsite.
Interesting.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
In your bum. So I'm glad I didn't answer it.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with lots of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking.
That would probably help.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust. While
ABC.
wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia.
Suffers from amnesia.
Dick Dudley Dunbar. Owner
Dick Dudley
of the Black
Dunbar.
Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic. Heart disease. Heart condition.
Are we about to catch the
Let us
murderer
now
right now?
try and get our brain cells to work.
Where do the burned documents come from? Medical records. Documents come from Dr. Clark's patient records. Oh my god.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt, they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D, and it
Oh.
that matches
Okay.
these letters.
Thanks.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the 2 victims appear on them? And who are the 2 other
Well,
patients?
obviously one of the
These are
patients
very
is
good
the
questions.
next person who's going to die, and the other person is probably A, B, C. Just throwing it out there. I guess I'm even smarter than Hercule Poirot.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust? How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
The Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster?
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know?
I have
his
no
name?
idea.
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very
That was the
sure of
only place
yourself.
that said Doncaster,
Very
so
well.
whatever.
I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Chief Inspector, I would rather call myself.
As you wish. Please go ahead.
Oh, that didn't earn me very many ego points.
Hello, the Black Swan. Hercule Poirot here. May I speak to the owner?
Speaking. Dick Dudley Dunbar. How can I help you?
Is there Mr. Cust among your guests?
He arrived today.
Um,
Shall I call him for you?
I think you...
No, it is you I wish to speak with.
But who is this Cust?
Have you heard about the ABC case?
Oh, yes. I must say I'm not all that reassured. What with my name starting with D and all that?
Yeah,
You're in
well, I
danger.
think you're gonna die.
Beware of your guest.
Do you think that Cust might be dangerous? Oh, I do hope you're wrong. He seems so harmless.
Does he have, like,
you know.
DID or something?
Yes, completely harmless.
Do not be fooled. He has already killed 3 people and you are next.
A murderer? Under my roof? Good God!
Dunbar, can you hear me? Dunbar! Hello?
Oh, I might have messed
Has
up.
had malaise. That's all we needed. I'm calling the Doncaster police. I hope they
Oopsie,
get there
my bad.
quickly.
Hello, Poirot.
What have I done?
We have some good news. The police in Doncaster have caught our man at the Black Swan Hotel. They're sending him here by train.
How is the hotel owner?
He had a heart attack. He was taken to the hospital.
Oh no. It is my fault. When I told him the killer was at his hotel, I should have been more considerate.
Come on, Poirot. You weren't to know he had a weak heart.
Well, apparently I did know.
But I should have known. I saw his medical records.
I was not paying attention to his medical records at all.
Yourself, Poirot. His attack was not fatal thanks to the quick intervention of the ambulance team.
Please keep me informed on his progress.
You can count on me. I'll do what's needed.
Alright,
I will
well,
visit him at his bedside when the murderer is caught.
you know, normally
That's
I
very
would,
Poirot. We should focus on the next part of the
end
investigation
stream
in order to
here,
avoid other
but
incidents.
No.
I'm thinking that I'm getting
course.
pretty close to
While we're
ending
waiting
the
to question
game,
Cust,
so
search his room in London.
Where does he live?
I don't know. Should I just push through it?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cuss transfer.
I think I'll just go ahead and try and finish the game right now. If I had to guess, I would say I have
Hastings, we are
maximum
making
1
good
hour
progress.
left.
Please go and search the room of our number 1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you are so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
Screw you, I wanted to not go. Alright.
To Marbury Guest House, please.
You're just gonna walk there. Marbury Guest House, let's go. September 11th. Hello.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
Kinda annoying seeing her
Madame,
peel
you may
potatoes.
be of valuable
What?
help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
No,
I think
shut up.
you might even be interviewed. You are
Oh.
a key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC
So,
with Doncaster
I didn't even
underlined.
need to find him. He literally just
As
let
you can
himself get
imagine,
caught.
When I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
It's so absurd.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the war. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said.
Poirot has done quite a bit
And
to
then
solve
he was
this
in
clearly.
Chelston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big
What the heck,
brown
bro?
stains
This guy
on it.
avoided Poirot's detection and then
Where were the stains on the shirt?
was able
On the
to...
collar and on the buttonholes.
Cut used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't
Get caught
for
by some random
pleasure.
old
He was
lady.
always unwell on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah, I remember one thing.
Yeah, Bexhill on Sea.
Sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cast asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
That does not help me much. There are hundreds of English towns by the sea. Anything else?
Well, I was only saying. I also forgot to say that he's.
I'm not getting eagle points for any of these, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churchton. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
Maybe he's not actually the real
I'm going
killer.
to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
I've learned that I should always be doubtful.
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
I don't think my register will help you.
Okay, well, can I still look it either way?
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
I don't know what I was supposed to see there, but
This woman appears to be in a good mood.
Maybe he isn't the actual murderer. I mean, it would kind of make sense if he wasn't. Maybe he's being
Mrs.
framed for
Marbury
the
is in a
murder.
good mood. She's working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel.
But why does he always seem to appear?
I have something to say to Miss...
Hey, I don't like
Mrs.
you.
Marbury. If I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder. Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favor. Mr. Cust was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
You rented the same room to two people. Very profitable, but quite illegal.
But I didn't harm anyone. I was only helping everybody out.
No. Oh, okay. That's it. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. I'm just gonna go up here. Yeah. If it seems like Cust isn't actually the murderer, then I might end up not
Laudanum, Cameron's
continuing
chemists.
for the stream. I might end up
Laudanum,
stopping for
a
now.
medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed
But
for Mrs.
we'll
Asher.
see. We'll see.
This subject would probably be useful.
I mean, the thing is, he doesn't really fit the profile, right? So that's the one thing that concerns me.
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject would probably be useful to me.
But it is extremely suspicious. Maybe he's an assistant to the killer? I don't know.
Trousers, white shirts. Everything has been washed very well. Most probably the basting dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. All
Got a
the
couple
main articles
newspapers.
referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date.
Nothing
The
before
Bexhill Daily
that
paper.
date.
Dated from the day of the Bexhill murder.
Ah. So he was waiting to see when he would be reported in the newspaper?
ABC guys. Enough to sign about a dozen murders. How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
Listen, if this guy ain't the murderer, then I don't know who is. I have no leads. He doesn't match the profile at all. But he's so suspicious. So I don't know what's
At
happening.
least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
He's not charming. He's not meticulous.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Who is he? Oh, I bet that this is going to show that it's not the same guy.
John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs,
Never
Frederick
mind.
Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust,
Thought it was going to be
Marbury's Guest House,
whatever.
1935, May
A
the
letter
21st.
to Poirot.
Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter we will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes.
I am starting to get a theory that maybe... What's his name? Donald Fraser is actually the killer. Straight up. Like the entire ABC murderer.
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning? A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. This object would probably be useful to me.
I will use it to stab the murderer. Oh, we should use the typewriter to see if it has the same defects.
How am I going to do it? The left-hand heel has been...
Okay. Kind of looks like the A has the same defect though. I won't lie.
Something is blocking.
Something is blocking.
Something is blocking the...
Like what? I don't know how to use typewriters, bro. This thing in the middle? Oh, okay.
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
Well, maybe he is the murderer. Maybe it's possible he's just the murderer. Straight up.
War of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction.
Surely.
It's closed.
You don't feel like looking at the fact that it's closed?
ABC guy.
Ah, I can use the knife.
This knife is very useful. Who knows?
Stockings. That does make sense considering he's a stocking salesman. Still have to search his room. Oh my god, he's going to talk about that ordinance.
Say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about
ordinance? I think I meant cleanliness? Orderness? Ordity? I don't know. What else am I supposed to look at? There's nothing here.
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there.
Could be anything,
Let's
really.
now try and get our brain cells to work.
Where was Cust when the murder took place in Bexhill? He was in Bexhill.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. No
Cool.
use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Alright, I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna try to catch him right here, right now. Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
I suspect... Oh, okay. I don't know if I offended you
Chief
in some
Inspector.
way.
I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
No need, I'm actually about to
I'm
leave.
sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
But is that enough?
I had best talk to Chap.
I've listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is
I
what we're going to look for.
might. Yes.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
I think that he's actually innocent, which is crazy to say. He brings up blood when he coughs. Exactly. I don't know, man. My headcanon is it's Fraser.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai.
However,
the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston.
yup,
as if he
exactly.
discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should
No,
be able to clear up by
it's not
questioning
Cust, it's not Cust, it's not
When
Cust.
can we talk to
Trust,
him?
trust.
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
He's an amnesiac.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
I shall keep that in mind.
I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Hopefully I never
Chief Inspector, I
enter an
took the
altered
liberty
state,
of
otherwise I
removing a
might
few
kill
clues to
somebody.
examine at home.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
Okay. I haven't. 'Cause I'm a G. Alright, I think that I am gonna see what the main menu says about my progress in the game. 86%. And here's the timeline, which seems to indicate that I'm pretty far. So yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna chug along. Power through to the end.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Please. Please take me to Scotland Yard. Gonna break into the Inspector Japp's desk or what? Hello.
This man is not in good shape.
I don't think it's him. Calling it. It's Fraser.
He is worried and very tired, and other police have been hard on him.
What do you want from me?
Good day, Mr. Cust. I am Hercule Poirot.
Ah, you're the detective.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am the person you have been sending the letters to.
I didn't write these letters. I've already said so.
Très bien. You did not hide these letters. But the question remains, who did?
Probably one of my enemies. I have many.
It's the person that stayed in his room.
I do not believe that you are capable of murder, Mr. Cust.
I hope not.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered.
But
The army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
he does have
And
absences.
headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Do I think he's innocent, or is he a murderer?
Of course, you never considered killing a doctor who took such good care of you.
No, never.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot. But not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns
Your
I had to
employer.
visit.
And who is your employer, might I
Let's
ask?
see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards.
Oh,
So
maybe
it would
he does
appear
have
that
some
you
kind
typed
of
them before sending them to yourself.
DID, maybe, I don't know.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
Personality switch incoming? What is
He
happening?
is prey to a terrible anxiety. Is it remorse? Or simply the pressure of the questioning and the train journey?
I don't know.
He is in no state to reply. I am not going to leave before having finished.
So what am I supposed to do? What medicine is this? The sedative.
I know this medicine.
The sedative. What if I give him the sedative?
Take this. It will help you.
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
What?
Let us leave Cust alone.
What's happening?
And what conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better.
I don't know what's happening.
Let us now try and
the
get
classic,
our brain
like,
cells to work.
Split personality, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or whatever. What do we know about Cust's health? Suffers from absences. Problem with his throat. Hemoptysis. Mentally and physically weak. Does not support his guilt in the Churston murder. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt? He had no reason to kill them. Oh, I'm telling you, it's not him. So what did Poirot say? You killed all three of them, but you don't know why you killed them.
Don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
But what was the motive?
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him
I
quite the
see.
opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty.
Yes,
From the
yes,
papers,
yes.
he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
True, true, true.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my
Yeah,
point
he's
of view.
weak and he's stupid and he's cringy.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
He's not a killer. Okay, so clever is... So the murderer is clever. Whereas... Cust is mediocre. Killer is confident. But Cust is hesitant and shy. Seducer. He's not a seducer, that's for sure. Without any charm. I'm saying he does not match the profile. The only similarity is that they're both cold. Sweet.
You see? Cust's character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always. So, we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
It's Donald Fraser. I'm so serious right now. Let me at him.
To White Haven, please.
I hope this doesn't take another 30 minutes. I did say maximum of 1 hour left in the game. That was 30 minutes
Cust's
ago.
arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe 1 or 2 details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared.
Oh.
Slip a revolver into your pocket
Is this
before
going to
they do.
be the Agatha
A
Christie
revolver?
dramatic
Poirot,
reveal?
What are you afraid of?
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll go grab the revolver. And then I'll shoot Hastings with
The
it.
white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets. The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets.
No, we're going to use blanks. Because we're going to outsmart him.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
I mean, I have my weapon. Shoot him.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new.
I'm not even going to tell him it's filled with blanks. Gandhi must... What is up with all these trophy names?
Chief Inspector, is that you?
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind, I shall make do.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as...
Fraser looks a lot healthier.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
True, true.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
Hastings, stay out of this.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our
But are
brain
any of
cells
them
to
true?
work.
Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? The mistake is intentional. Yes. Why did the killer send the letters? He wrote to Poirot because his address is not very well known.
Is everything clear now?
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I get that second part.
First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very
So what does that
plan.
mean?
It matches the profile we have drawn up of him
I
perfectly.
mean,
That of an intelligent, daring and calculating
I don't know what's going on.
murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
Exactly.
You are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are
No,
looking for.
he's pretty stupid.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of the psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crime?
Coincidence.
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells
What do we know
to
about
work.
Cust? He's weird. He's easily influenced. He's the war. Wounded. Oh wait. Cust is easily influenced. And he was wounded. How to explain his presence at the crime scenes? Well, he's a traveling salesman. I don't freaking know, dude. Okay. I'm just guessing and checking at this point. How to explain his presence at the crime scenes? He wanted to see the crime scenes. Doesn't make sense though. He was manipulated. Okay.
Dr. Clark's patients' records
Whatever.
provided a very useful list of potential
I mean, I
motives,
knew that, but...
sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records. So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cust was following him closely. Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from three completely different murders?
Indeed,
question.
it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
only one murder was of
Just
interest.
one murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at two potential culprits.
Franklin Clark.
Donald Fraser?
Yup.
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking.
They're both defending their
Mr.
mans.
Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
I don't know about
Please allow me
that.
to disagree with you, mademoiselle. He works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it, and you may have used the opportunity to take a look
Yeah.
at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You or Mr. Franklin Clark?
That's ridiculous.
Both
I
of
would
you
agree,
have a
to be
motive.
honest.
The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer?
Good question.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Let's see. Is Donald clever? So right now I'm profiling Donald. Yes. I think it's Donald Fraser. He's not super self-confident. Women do seem to like him. Quick-tempered. He is generous. Okay, so he matches some of the traits, but not all of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything.
Wait, maybe it's neither of them.
Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Maybe it's not Donald Fraser
Right, so I
or
suppose it's
Franklin
my turn
Clark.
to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark.
Interesting. What if
Let
it's
us
one of
now
the
try
ladies?
and get our brain cells to work.
I almost wonder if it was the niece of the first lady that died. He was clever. Self-confident. Seducer. I don't think that he is, though. Isn't he being taken by Gray? I don't think Franklin Clark is the murderer, I'm not gonna lie.
As you have all seen, there is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly.
Oh, Thor Grey.
Because of Miss Grey. Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have...
I see. So maybe Franklin Clark is the murderer.
You
That would be
realized the
crazy.
danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no. You know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien voilà. Light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it,
Or I bluff.
bluff.
Item of proof found in Alice Asher's tobacco shop.
One thing proves it. A carton of placed cigarettes you stole from Mrs. Asher and found at your home.
You have nothing on me. You're bluffing, Mr. Poirot. Come on, Thora, there's nothing for us to do here.
Don't touch me.
Thora!
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter, and why you were searching through your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
The
All
knife.
right. Well played, I lose. The game's up.
What? That's it? He just immediately gave up?
Don't come near me! I'll never let you take me, Mr. Poirot.
Well, luckily it has blanks in it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark, there is no easy death for you. I expected your reaction, so I used blanks. I'm sorry, mademoiselle, but your second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
Dang. Okay. I was hoping it'd be a crazier twist at the end than that, but that's fine. Just turned out to be a guy who wanted to make some money.
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England.
Dick Donbar, what?
Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married.
Cool.
On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better.
And now she's still alive.
And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since.
Maybe she was being poisoned.
Journal of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press. And as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire, even more popular than York Minster.
Wow. And that's it. That's the game. Wow. I have 24 dropped frames. What the heck? Based on the novel The ABC Murders by Agatha Christie. Alright, well that was fun. I'm a little bit curious like how closely it follows the novel. If I had to guess, I would say it's probably like pretty much 1-to-1 in terms of the overall plot, right? Yeah, I don't know. I've never really read many novels in general, but like in terms of stories or like books or, you know, manga, whatever, like mystery stuff, I haven't really read too much. There was a point in time where I thought about reading like all the Sherlock Holmes stuff, but I have a hard time focusing on reading books, so that never really came to fruition. That being said, this game was pretty interesting. I admit that it was not perfect. I definitely had my fair share of complaints, but I mean, I think something it has going for it is that it was based on a novel, and the novel is probably like pretty well liked, right? It's probably like decently critically acclaimed and all that, so it makes sense that the story itself would be interesting enough. I think the fact that ABC wasn't the actual murderer was cool. I like that for sure. A little bit sad that I wasn't able to guess who it really was. But, you know, whatever. That's fine. Yeah. Anyways. I don't know what else to say. I think I'm going to skip the credits because I don't really care. So, sorry. I'm a little bit curious. Oh, so you can go back and view
When Franklin
timeline of events, like the actual timeline of events. Okay, that's cool. If I wasn't already streaming for 3 hours, I might consider it. Only 3 reconstructions and then tons of trophies. Okay, so I haven't done all of the observations. Okay, so I need to make a lot of mistakes. Okay, so if I sit down, or if I clean, then I guess I get stuff. Solved all the riddles. I didn't burn incense. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I'm done. That's gonna do it for me for today's stream. Thank you all for watching. I liked the game. It was cool, but like obviously, you know, with most story-based games, there's probably not a ton of replay value, so you're not going to see me playing this game again. But it was fun. I do have a bunch of other like mystery detective type games that I bought. I've talked about it a lot already. That being said, for next stream, even though I haven't come to a decision yet on what I'm going to play, I have a decent idea of what I want to look at. But I'm not sure. I might think about it a little bit more. It feels like it's a big step to take to start it. The game that I'm thinking of, not going to be like 50 hours long like Symphony of War, so don't worry about that. But still, you know, it would be a decently significant amount of time that I would be investing into a game. So I still got to think about it for now, but I know that doesn't help at all. So, you know what? I'm just going to move on. I'm going to say thank you for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day or rest of your night, wherever you are in the world while watching this. And hope to see you next time tomorrow. Same time as usual, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I probably won't be streaming for 3 hours. Probably still be another 2-hour stream if I had to guess. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here because I'm getting tired, to be honest. I'm I don't know why. I've just been tired these past couple days, so I'm going to try to get some decent rest today, hopefully, after solving a murder. What better time to do it? Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. Peace.